11-0 by Dranyan. That's not 11-0, that's like 3 o'clock. Well, whatever. I'm on GZDoom. It's supposed to be MBF compatible, but I guess it doesn't work on GZDoom Plus. Theoretically should run on comp level 11 if it's MBF, but whatever. Here we are on GZDoom. Now, Dranyan said two different things. Said that difficulties are not implemented, but also said it's semi-slaughtery, so lower the difficulty if it's too much. So apparently by that, Dranyan meant if it's too hard, play it on I'm Too Young to Die, I guess. But whatever. We'll try it on Ultraviolence 260, 80, and 3. This is a good start. We've got some nice lighting, we've got custom stuff, music, and M-Doom, and pretty nice scenery so far. I don't know. Oh, this is going to be a whole lot, I guess. So map 1 is Blast from the Past. Are there more than one map? No. Yeah, I mean, I like the sky texture, I like the kind of jungle vibe we got going on, or... Oh! Pistol's fast! I don't usually like, too many weapon changes, but that's one I never really mind. Especially if I have to use it a lot. Oh, wow. Got some activity. Wait, how do we get down there? Well, there's gotta be an opening somewhere, or a switch. Oh, here we go. I like the big shrooms. How many secrets? Just 3. Alright, we're stuck down here now. Where are they? There's 2 of them. And a lot of shells out there. Well, I didn't play that very well, but that's how we start out. A lot of shells. Still 20 back here, right? Oh no, okay. Okay, so we get a non-linear approach here, that's for sure, because we got a big path that way. I don't see an end in sight over here, really. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get a save going. 11-0. We'll go this way. Even though I saw the rocket launcher. Oh my. more shells, okay. I didn't know that was a switch or not. That's funny, I've never heard anyone modify the chain gunners to have Doom Guy pistol noise. Because, you know, they have the shotgun noise. Oh wow, we get a key right away. Well, yeah, that would be nice, obviously, but... Oh. So do I finally get the super shotgun? Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Huh. That seemed a little of an odd way to do that. But okay. This claims to be a slaughter map, but I like how not everything is a trap right off the bat. Can I only do that one time? Okay, here we go. Oh, can't get in there yet. Yeah. Switch teleport one time? Okay, that I don't like. Oh, there we go. It's just a small trigger. Small trigger. Switch teleporters, though, not really my thing. Obviously, that was not something you could do in original Doom. So it's not something that I ever really think about as a possibility. Okay. We found it. Yeah, kind of awkward to completely random switch teleporter. Sometimes that just feels a little bit cheap to me, like... I mean, you see the soul sphere there, but it has nothing to do with going over here or anything. It has nothing to do with running down there in a short time or something like that. So the secret is not really connected to how you access it at all. Pretty decent architecture and overall appearance. I mean, there are some things where you might say it could use a little bit of polish, like the seams of the bricks are aligned at the top but not at the bottom. But, you know, this is like grass or rock down here, so it does make some sense. And then here you don't really have any transition at all. You got the same height, and you've got a very acute angle and just a different texture, so there's some minor things like that. I'd like to go get the rocket launcher before I try to grab a key, because that could definitely be a trap of some sort. But so could this, if we're honest here. So this is probably going to be a teleporter, and it might be a teleporter to that chain gun, which means I should not have the rocket launcher out. Okay, that's not what it is at all. Well, good thing I got a lot of these. Did take some damage though. Oh, that's not what I meant to press. Oh, I never got the chain gun. That's right, I just saw it. Okay. And then we got a real teleporter. Or a normal teleporter. Alright, well, let's see where that goes. Right back up here. Interesting. Alright, well, I guess I'll jump down this way. Wait, is that impassable? That might be impassable. Yeah, that's pretty poor form right there. I mean, why would I not be able to jump from there to there? You gotta find a better way to block that off. Just make this line right here. Just make this line come farther and don't make it impassable. Plus, the Cacodemons can't get over. Yeah, that really doesn't make sense, and that's something that players will notice and dislike. That is a nice guy, though. Not sure where that one's from necessarily, but I like it. Alright, so I made the right choice by going to get the rocket launcher. We'll see if this is a trap then, on the red key. In fact, we'll save it again here. It is a trap, but not too bad. A couple imps. Alright. I don't actually... I saw the red door apparently, but I just kind of ran this way and... Was this blocked off before? I think it was. Did that open that berserk? Maybe? Yeah, I think it did. Alright. So it looks like all the secrets are going to be things like that. If this is going to become a multi-map WOD, I would definitely want to find other ways to do secrets, because that's going to get old real fast. Yeah, here again we see just a little bit of a lackadaisical approach to polishing of the texture. It might be nice to line up the seams at the corners, something like that. A little bit more realistic. Not that Doom always has to be realistic. Alright, I guess we're getting all the goodies because we're fighting hit scanners. Yeah, there they are. Oh wow, they're all up there. I did not need an invisibility. I thought it would be like a swarm of chain gunners. Okay, so I don't know who this Dranyan is. After playing 10 minutes of this map, my guess is a fairly newer mapper and or... Oh yeah, I already did that. Fairly newer mapper and or fairly new to Doom in general. Because describing this as slaughter so far isn't really accurate, but again, we got a ways to go. We're only a third of the way in. And then some of these polish issues, like the transitions of the textures, that's something that you kind of start fixing fairly early in your mapping career. We've also got missing textures here. That being said, this is a good, if this is a kind of beginner or novice mapper, it's one of the better ones I've seen. Because we do have a nice atmosphere here, a lot of cool non-standard textures and features. But yeah, like this is pretty egregious here to have boom, boom, like that. But yeah, the map itself is well put together, non-linear. Oh, we've even changed the threshold. Bullets are 300 now, without a backpack. So, definitely a lot of custom aspects. So that would hint towards not really a beginner, but yeah, definitely some, I hate to say newbieisms in here, but some things you wouldn't really expect from a more experienced mapper. But that being said, there's definitely things you would not expect from a novice in here. So I don't know. I think I think this was, oh wait, we still got this. So yeah, always a couple of options to explore, and I always appreciate that. And the next step in non-linear mapping, not that you have to do that, but if you wanted to. The next step in non-linear mapping would be to have a lot of these different hallways not dead end and all go to the same place and still have the combat be interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't want to lose damage for that, because that looks like it's something you should check out, doesn't it? I think that Dranyan just forgot to light up that sector, but it looks like a secret hint. Yeah, this was kind of a squandered opportunity to do something a little bit more ferocious out here. Because you got the lava and you got these little platforms that you're trying to stay on. So it would be nice to have more pressure here. Also, that's another newbieism that I'm sure is supposed to be animated, but if you don't know how to do that in Slade, that's how it ends up looking. So, and I don't say that to be derogatory at all when I talk about newbieisms or beginner mapping, but my commentary changes a little bit if that's the case. There are some things I expect mappers to know if they've been at it for a while, but if I know they're a beginner, then I might explain some more things a little bit differently. Okay, yeah, so. Oh, wow. I don't know how I threaded that needle, but that worked out. So yeah, these imps could barely hit me there. That's another thing. Newer mappers don't test their maps as much as they should. They don't try to break their maps. They don't look for cheesable things and stuff like that. So the ledge was probably too high. There's not really a good way to solve that in Doom, because if it's any lower, then I can jump out. Although, this is impassable again, isn't it? Yeah, it's impassable because otherwise I'd be able to make this jump anyway. So yeah, since it's impassable, you could have made it lower, or you could have made that imp platform higher so that their fire could actually hit me. Alright, so this is cool. We get to a dead end here, but we get a nice view. We could even conceivably pick off some monsters, especially if I played with free look. But instead, we're just going to go back around. And, I don't know, am I ready to dive down yet? I guess so. Get some rockets first, though. Oh. Second rocket launcher is always a good idea. The first one was optional. You didn't have to go over there, so that's good instincts. But yeah, another thing that tells me not a very experienced doomer slash mapper, this is not a slaughter map, not by any stretch so far. And now we're almost halfway done, so it's gonna have to become pretty slaughtery real quick. But this is a big space, and I thought it was kind of fun, but it's not slaughtery at all. If this were slaughter, you'd have 200 monsters just in this section. That's how big it is. Oh, that was delayed. What's going on here? Oh crap, we got lava. Where does this take me? Back up there? So yeah, now I've got a safe way out of that. I don't like that. Just let me die in there. I was careless with my movement. I deserve to die for that. So don't bail me out with a teleporter that lets me just watch the Hell Knights kill their evidence. There, I did it again. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna turn it into a death pit, it might need to be a little bit smaller, but it's too easy of a bailout if you ask. Whoa, where'd that come from? I have no idea. Did you see that rocket? I didn't see that rocket. Alright. So I saved, yeah. I mean, I did all this pretty quickly. It's not that big a deal to do it again. Spent a lot of time talking anyway, so let's go through here. Well, I didn't take that much damage, but whatever. See, they can't even hit me. Unless they're way far back and I'm way far back. That would be the only way. Alright. Yeah, man, that rocket was out of nowhere. Did not see that at all. Ah, I did it again. Yeah, free lookers wouldn't have that problem because they'd be looking down, so they'd see that, but I'm also curious where the trigger is for that Revenant fight. Like, when do they start coming in? It appears when you go up the stairs, maybe. I don't think I even hit that switch. Did I? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess I have like no armor, and you catch a 80 Revenant rocket that you didn't even know existed, you're not gonna have a good time. So yeah, this comes down. Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. So yeah, you get plenty of rockets to deal with this, so that's fine. But yeah, I could see someone who hasn't played a lot of Doom, or maybe hasn't made a lot of Doom, made or played, thinking that's a slaughter fight, but really it's not at all. All right, so I do like this is very nice scenery out here though. And I do like the progression. We've often got multiple choices. Maybe that's the way you're supposed to go down. Yeah, okay. We've got multiple choices as to what we're gonna do next. We've got little hints as to what's gonna happen. Like this switch is probably gonna lower these bars here, and then I'll be able to go up into there. But this switch, that's the start area right up there. I'm not sure what this switch is going to do. Let's figure it out. Well, maybe I'll never know what it does. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, we'll go hit this switch and we'll lower those, I assume. So yeah, I mean, what's to stop me from doing this? From traveling a mile away from the opposition here and just stand back and fire chain gun, fire rockets, whatever I want to do. Oh, chain gun's fast. That's nice. And that's why you get 300. So yeah, that was the worst fight of the whole map. I mean, that was just nothing. Can I thread this needle here? Yeah. I think I got him. There's a nice. Alright, so maybe the first switch was like a fake, and that's the one that actually lowered the stuff. I didn't even look. Yeah, that's probably what happened. But I still don't know what that one actually did. I do have 2 out of 3 secrets. So yeah, we've got 97 enemies for this to become like legit slaughter. We'll see. We'll see. Careful what you wish for sometimes. Oh man, Mega Armor and Soul Sphere. Alright, maybe I'm gonna eat my words here. I think this may become real serious in a hurry. And I've only got 16 rockets. Yeah, here's another awkward, impassable line. Like, come on. Why can't I go over there? Like, just really, really weird, impassable lines. Alright, so it's gonna hit the fan on the other side of this teleporter, I assume. Oh, wow. Alright. So yeah, we'll have to think about this for a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Got a switch over there. Got a lot of hit scanners, but my chain gun's really fast now, which is cool. We've got 2 Revenants, 4 Revenants. Yeah, I like this. This is the closest we've gotten to slaughter for sure. Because we've only got, yeah, we've got 94 enemies left, and, well, that's 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 22, another 10 imps, 12 imps. This is close to 40 right here. Okay, the teleporter there is probably going to put me right back up here. So again, that's probably going to be kind of a bailout. Alright, I actually have to go down this side. I think I have to jump my way over, otherwise I'm going to have to teleport back up. So yeah, I'm not sure how to handle this yet. I don't think it's going to be too bad, because it looks like there's decent hiding places. But there's a lot of monsters. Oh. Oh, that's how it happens. Alright then. Well, there's a lot of benefit to not shooting, so I'm not going to shoot yet. We can get a lot of guys dead before I do anything. Oh, that one got me. Alright, now they're coming. Oh gosh, did I get stuck on something? Pillar maybe. Whoa. Oh, there it is. I like that, they're outside, hanging out. I'd probably extend the grass a little bit more to make it look less like a random sudden drop-off. Now that I've killed everything, I just realized that this could be like a cyber demon or something. You know what? You know what we're doing next? I'll tell you what we're doing next. We're gonna hit the switch. These are gonna open up, and they're gonna have... I'm leaning towards Archfiles, but I really hope not. Alright, let's face the music here. Okay. No Archfiles. Well, Archfiles would have been a lot harder to deal with. Alright. So we're basically done then. Yeah, 22 left. There's gotta be like a key in one of these or something, right? Oh. Yeah, those monsters, those Kakimans maybe could have been not deaf. Then they would have joined us a little earlier. I like the room here. I like the environment. I didn't feel there was quite enough pressure to justify 200 health, 200 armor, and a whole bunch of rockets. But no, I like the room. Cool setup. Just probably could use a little bit more opposition, or different opposition, not necessarily more. Yeah, like some turret spiders could have gone a long way in here. Throw a... I don't know where you'd put a platform, but a platform somewhere and a couple of spiders. That would be a high priority monster. The only revenants in here... Well, no, there were a few out here as well, but these guys, they're blocked at almost every angle. You know, you're here, you're safe, you're here, you're safe, you're almost anywhere you're safe from those particular revenants, so they weren't a high priority either. And these are all turrets, so they're not... I'm gonna have free reign down there, right? That's kind of sneaky. Oh gosh, we're running out of rockets. I was wondering where the imps went. It's like, they all get killed already. Alright, well... I mean, see, here's an idea that seems cool on paper, but really just does not work. You get too much space, the imps aren't enough threat to box me in, or even really keep me from using the rocket launcher if I wanted to. And there's so much... You know, all you have to do is kill one revenant, and then you got a safe hiding spot from 80% of these other enemies. You know, if I kill this revenant and I'm right here, very few more monsters are a threat to me. If I kill him and him, then I got this whole corner. Or this one, if I kill him, then I'm pretty much safe from everything. So, didn't really work out too well. Yeah, here again, we've got the Otex water, but it's not animated. So you need to have F water 1 through 4, and in vanilla mapping you gotta replace one of the animated textures, animated flats. That's the only way to do it. Or you gotta, you know, customize them yourself and make them animated flats or textures. So is this the exit then? Oh. Where am I? This must be a teleporter. There's no way out. Okay then. Alright, well, not bad, not bad. First thing I want to talk about is genres. Now, I hate genre debates, especially in music. It's just pointless. Oh no, that's not death metal, that's doom metal. No, that's melodic death metal. Oh no, that's heavy metal, that's metalcore. Who cares? You get some of that in doom, not nearly as much, but we gotta talk about slaughter. This really is not slaughter, and I'm not really picky on what constitutes slaughter or not, but this really is not it. Slaughter, you're gonna have high density. To me, that's the main thing. High density of monsters. This was a big space and only 260 monsters. 260 monsters in a map the size of Entryway might not be slaughter, depending on what the monsters were. But this was definitely not. Your space was never really crowded. Now, some people might say that slaughter isn't necessarily about the density, it's more about the combat puzzles and the challenge in general, which can be done with not many monsters, whatever. Either way, this really was not slaughter. I think the point trying to be made was that it's set piece oriented, but it honestly wasn't really that either. But that's okay, that's not good or bad, that's just kind of the facts, I guess. Let's talk about what we did have here. Well, we had a cool layout, a lot of options to explore a little bit. You can go get that rocket launcher, you can go down the lava path with the health bonuses and get a view of what you're going to explore later. So there's a lot of cool stuff like that, exploration, and yet the basic critical path progression was clear, marked, and obvious, so that's good. Visually, it's actually pretty good. An overall cool little atmosphere. There were some awkward parts with block lines where you felt like you should be able to do that, but you couldn't. There were a couple of teleport bailouts, perhaps, where it felt like this should be a death pit. Like, when I fell in that lava, I was like, I'm done. There's no way. This is clearly... The context told me that that was a death pit, but it wasn't. In fact, the teleporter gave me an advantage, so it was beneficial to fall into the damaging floor that time. As far as visually, I thought it was pretty good, except for a couple of stark oddities, like some of the transition. Well, there were no transitions. You'd just go from brick to ash wall very, very suddenly. Same heights and a right angle, and that's like a big no-no for visual beauty. You don't have to use the transition textures, but if you don't, you can't have it look like wallpaper where you've got, you know, these lack of angles, or you got right angles and acute angles and no overlap. It's just looks bad. But overall, a good selection, I would say, of texturing and pleasant spaces for sure. Good spaces, a little bit too empty. Like not the last fight, kind of the second last fight, you teleported in this big room, you got all these monsters facing away from you, but you realize, you know, this ain't so bad. And then you realize that you can cause a lot of infighting without anyone even waking up, so it became pretty much just a circle strafe for a while and then cleanup, and that's kind of the mark of entry-level slaughter mapping, like amateur slaughter mapping. Circle strafe and then cleanup. A good slaughter map is going to prevent you from doing that. It's going to force you to find a strategy that actually works between positioning yourself and using the right weapons, stuff like that. That being said, what I appreciate here was that it wasn't just flat terrain, here's a bunch of monsters, and that kind of slaughter I don't like at all. So we did have some interesting geometry, even architecture to some extent, helping the fights be more interesting, so that you weren't really totally bored all the time, but you did feel that you were a little bit let down by the difficulty. It could have been a lot higher from what we had here. So yeah, I've said a lot. I don't talk all that much these days, but I think a lot of potential here, especially if this is, as I suspect, a relatively newer mapper. So yeah, 11-0 is the name of the WAD, Blast from the Past, the name of the map, and this is by Dranyan.